What fan base/community do you know that just needs to chill out?
Airsoft guys, calm down. I don't give a beep that I'm wearing a Russian camo while using an AR rifle. I'm just having fun playing airsoft.
Ironically enough, marijuana enthusiasts.
The CrossFit community. I've always knew that people rolled their eyes at the CrossFit community and I never got it. After all, I'm okay with someone working out and being happy about their healthy lifestyle. Then my sister-in-law started doing CrossFit about a year ago. Every time I see her, the first words out of her mouth have something to do with CrossFit. It's either about her workout she did earlier that day, or some new PR she had, or some competition she was in. It never stops. She also developed this smug attitude about it and has basically stated that all other workout are not truly beneficial the way CrossFit is. She even belittled my father-in-law who gets up and runs 4 miles every morning. Evidently, running isn't good enough. 2 weeks ago, we were at the beach with some other family and my sister-in-law had some bruises on her knees from a CrossFit injury. It was her source of pride that entire week. She called it her CrossFit bruise and constantly referred to it. I hope I can cover up my CrossFit bruise. I don't want to get sunburned on my CrossFit bruise. I have to be careful how I sit or it hurts my CrossFit bruise. The thing is, her muscles look no different than they did before she started CrossFit.
Tesla, Elon Musk stands.
League of Legends community, same with a lot of other gaming communities, but the toxicity with League is just ridiculous.
All of the ones that ship the actors in a show rather than the characters. Think what you want about fictional characters, but more than once I've seen these echo chambers within larger fandoms where these people that truly believe, female lead, is secretly married to male lead's relationship with his real-life partner as a cover, male lead's real-life partner as a shrew who is ruining his life, and both actors' romantic lives have been carefully and deceitfully choreographed by their traitorous management and evil studio bosses. Also, it's all just about to come crashing down. Any day now they're going to publicly declare their love for each other. Management, studio be damned. Oh, anyone who questions this narrative, whether to point out factual errors or simply question why the powers that be wouldn't love the marketing boon of the romantic leads together, is either a PR shill or a malicious bully.
Steven Universe fans harass fan artists, terminally ill children, and the very creator of their obsession. Hard to beat that in my book.
The human race. Folks just gotta chill the beep out a little.
Anyone who makes their political views their entire persona, regardless of what their political affiliation is. It's fine to have political views, but would it kill some of you to talk about something different for a change? Edit. People are trying to argue politics with me via DMs over this post. Tears of joy.
I'm a Tool fan and I have been since I was 15, but they're bordering on Rick and Morty fandom levels of cringe. Yes, I know about the Fibonacci sequence. No, Maynard is not God.
Probably most kids shows with adult viewers.
More like, what fanbase doesn't? Pretty much every group of enthusiasts has a certain subset that goes way too hard, and gives everyone else in their fanbase a bad image.
Beyoncé's fanbase. I made a comment once that I thought she was a better dancer than she was a singer. Legit death threats. Her fanbase is insane. It's quite apt they're called the Beehive because they have this scary hive mind, that's all powerful and controlling.
In the past, Danganronpa fandom. The subreddits nowadays seem pretty chill, but Danganronpa Twitter is still awful.
TikTok, and I'll go ahead extend this to all social media influence culture. Some of the content is legitimately fun and wonderfully creative. The problem is, there's so goddamn much that even the truly good stuff gets swamped under the digital tonnage. Crabs in a bucket.
The My Hero Academia fandom.
Anime. I never seen so much hate on certain characters. Especially when they become the main couple of the show. It's amazing how people argue on who's better for who and whose doesn't deserve to be alive.
The K-pop Zoomers are insane. They truly think everyone cares about that stuff, whether they live in Seoul or not. On the opposite spectrum, old hippies in their 70s who are still deadheads, it's just sad when most of the fanbase is on a rascal scooter.
Star Wars. As soon as someone has a different opinion, such as enjoying the sequels or not thinking that the prequels are comparable to a Shakespearean tragedy, you get attacked and are not a real fan. It's spaceships and laser swords, people can like as much or as little as they want.
Gaming console players arguing which is better since the dawn of time. But they all basically have the same games aside from a few.
K-pop. There is no other community as toxic and vitriolic on Twitter. I'm so sick of the beep fan cams on totally unrelated points.
People way too into beer. I really am into beer myself, but there is a crowd that is obsessed with how hoppy and bitter their double imperial IPAs can be, or fanboy over some medieval Belgian monastery's recipe. I mean, some of that is good. But what is wrong with just enjoying a Busch Light after your men's league baseball game?
Gotcha community. So much gotcha heat and weird things there.
The Rick and Morty fan base.
Michael Jackson fans. The guy was extremely talented and pretty clearly beep up. After paying millions to settle a pedophilia lawsuit, a normal person would be done with sleepovers with boys. He kept having sleepovers with boys. That's why I do not understand the people getting bent out of shape when people suggest he was a pedo.
WWE Universe is beep at best and creepy at worst. I've seen everything from guys sending the women detailed fantasies to demanding private medical information from wrestlers, saying that they assumed someone wasn't on TV because he got deported, and sending threats and abuse to wrestlers who are getting pushed because their faves aren't on TV. Some of them clearly have teams running their accounts, but a lot of the mid and low card talent run their accounts by themselves, and I can't imagine what constantly hearing that beep does to someone. Out of all of the parasocial relationships, that one has to suck the most because so many people can't separate the person from the personality.
The Filthy Frank fandom, even though it's dead now, back when it was poppin' in 2015-18 they would take anything he say religiously and start acting like they're better than everyone and try act all edgy and beep while missing the entire point of his character, and it would make them look like asshats. Don't get me wrong, I love Filthy Frank, but these beep took it way too far.
League of Legends, played the game for almost 8 years now and I hate like 90% of the player base. They're all beep, including me, I'm a beep.
K-pop. Being a Korean and living in Seoul, it's very cringe seeing 17-year-old American girls calling K-pop stars their husband and such. And also One Punch Man fandom. They think that he's the strongest in all of anime. False. Edit. You can't say, insert character name here, can beat Goku, unless you watch the full franchise.
As a Metallica fan, their fanbase. I've seen people get death threats for saying they prefer Megadeth.
Attack on Titan radical fans. Pretty much everything from shipping to the ending, the majority of fans would complain about it because it didn't meet their standards, and expect Isayama to read their minds about how the story should be played, especially the ending, and who the characters should end up with.
Arsenal fan base. The team is plain average and pathetic for the amount of noise they make.
Anime. Not everyone likes anime and that's fine, they'll chill.
Billie Eilish fans. I've never witnessed so many teenage girls quite literally hold another teenage girl hostage for her sexuality.
1. Dream. His fans thinks that he is God too. Country humans, it's country balls but it's all shippers.
I for one am tired of being recommended gore-fest movies whenever I look for a new horror movie to watch. Yes, I can see why people would be disgusted by Zombie Naked Grandma Massacre 3, but that doesn't make it a good horror film, edgelords.
All of them. Something about fandom takes our innate tribalism, attaches it to people already prone to antisocial tendencies and obsession, lets them be gatekeepers, then technology gives them the tools to broadcast their displeasure throughout the world. Every fandom is comic book guy, now.
Star Wars. I get it, man. The sequels weren't that good. Let's move on.
Keto-obsessed weirdos. I watched a group of them online berate someone for eating onion. Not bread or rice or anything, onion.
FNAF. Undertale.
The K-poppers. They're cringy as hell.
May your day be filled with joy and happiness. And please remember to subscribe to Upvote for the best quality content every day.